In the cut, cut, cut. In the cut, in the cut, in the cut, in the cut, cut, cut. In the cut, cut, cut. In the cut, in the cut, in the cut, in the cut. In the cut, cut, cut. In the cut, in the cut, in the cut, in the cut, cut, cut. In the cut, cut, cut. In the cut, in the cut, in the cut, in the cut.
Apocalypse, a presence more than obvious. It's ominous, we're leaving with the party gifts. Listen, one take, but in 2 hits across the board. See it on the table, bosses. Never limit the tip of tantrums, so forgive me many flosses. Put a finger to the coppers. I am black, but I'll prosper. Bars invite you into yourself. I'm out to miles and chances like a monster. No discussions, a top shelf. The rest get off my chopper. Bars popping up the footage on safety, never defenseless. Bars out of bounds that has been fenceless. It showed up. Already got a price tag on my head, bro. See my father figure never died. Don't need me with the girl I tap like a knife, bitch. Hella in the cut.
Coach, you wanted to do that shit on me. I told you it's street talk. I mean streets talk. So
streets talk in somebody's. Well, not on the street.
Well, generally not on the streets, but the questions and or whatever they stem from.
Right.
So.
Right.
But it's whatever, man. We're not on the streets, but we're on the streets. We're working here on the road, man.
We're working. So what do we talk about on this podcast?
It's just general, like what people may assume, or just general questions people may have about Marozela and or those general assumptions, I guess. But beyond that, we just be having conversations. It's not some serious, just streets talk, bro, or something we may talk about, or just conversations we can talk on the streets. Not something, we're too serious that we can talk on the office or office.
Man,
talks,
I wish I would have gotten a chance to go on Twitter and like get some things to maybe like see and decide I wanted to talk.
That's
about.
what I'm saying. The streets is that we have
Things of
Facebook
this
streets,
nature.
the Twitter streets, but yeah.
What's going on the Facebook? I haven't been on Facebook. You know what? Facebook is weird. I don't like Facebook because I like Facebook because of the memes. But then there's a motherfucker that you haven't seen in 10 years. It's gonna be, yo, you remember me? No.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, Facebook is weird,
No.
dog.
Like, not in an offensive way, but it's like, why do you remember? What is going on in your life that you remember me and I don't remember you? Is that weird? Like, is that some type of ego shit? Like, I'm curious. Genuinely, is that some type of like weird ego shit?
I don't think so. I think because I've heard good say people on Twitter are demonic. Not saying that is true, but I'm just saying there's this thing that's never weird ka Facebook. Much as not up Twitter, there's just
Yeah.
just weird energies. But yeah, I think also that also counts. I don't know.
Yeah, man. My thing is, I don't have a problem with you trying to reach out and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, when you're like, you don't remember? No!
You guys don't.
Like, why are you taking that was 10 years ago. We don't make I haven't seen you. If we had regular contact, you know what I mean? Imagine you fucking FaceTime me. I'm like, yo, who's this? That's crazy. I'm looking right at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know who you...
Yo, those dogs, bro. This is why I'm not a dog person.
Have you all started?
Yeah. Tosha, these dogs in JXA. They're fucking up the thing. Oh, they almost knocked down the camera. Look at them sniffing around. Everything's fucked up now.
Bro,
yeah, except please walk with them, Vede.
just walk them out, TJ. What the fuck is wrong with these dogs, bro?
What are the names, bro?
Hey, dog. The way I don't care about these dogs, I don't even know their name.
Even have their names, bro.
Like, as long as they don't damage anything, I don't have a problem with them being here, but they're too unpredictable.
Yeah, true. But let's go. No, it's not even cut it out, but yeah, let's go, Jay.
No, keep that in. Pause.
Let's keep that in.
Yo, I need some liquor, man. Where's the Savannah, bro?
Yeah, Savannah is not on the fray, but you can have the Explorers. What the fuck are you doing?
Thank you.
How was the Explorers lay? I told her the vodka.
Bro, I got fucking... I was dead, bro.
Really though?
I was dead.
Oh,
Thing is, one...
I don't want to be drinking the Explorer.
Yeah,
It's now
you be drinking it a lot. I don't really drink it. It actually tastes great. Cause excuse me, before we even dashed it or anything, like...
Nah.
It
Do you have a shot, Vel?
Yeah, it took like 3 cups away. I was just like a little something, you know what I mean? A gentleman's shot.
It's
You
a
know what I'm saying?
gentleman pools.
A gentleman's shot.
Oh,
So
well.
I had a couple of those, very smooth. It's very smooth. I'll say
Yeah.
that. Knox. It doesn't have a weird aftertaste. A lot of like vodkas have like this weird
Yeah, true.
lingering have this weird lingering taste that kind of ruins everything about the shit. You have to like sort of force yourself to enjoy it. This wasn't the case. It's actually really well brewed,
Yeah, I
really
know.
well distilled.
Just walk this guy.
What? Sucking dick? I'm sucking Explorer's dick? Oh,
Good. Yeah, nah, it's whatever. But I got it's really though, cause the gene. Yeah, well, the first time I had it with X, like on the X episode, it was crazy. But it told it was just H dog. H dog, I shouldn't be pouring you up, should I? Thing is, I don't know how much you take this thing. You can also have this, the tonic. But yeah,
let me have this a little.
a little net, just have the feel of
Yeah,
it
feel
without.
of it. Get it in. Shout out to Explorer man for sponsoring this podcast. We appreciate the love.
Yeah, now you just say that on my behalf. We really do. But let's just explore my Rosetta dog before it's cool Explorer dog. How's White Sync been, and how's that like the reception? Yeah, also
It's wild because I move in and out of loving that song. I'm gonna get to the reception, but how I perceive it,
Is this working?
yes.
It's in your face.
Uh,
Shot. We're gonna have
just shift
to-
it forward a little.
you can even bigger it past it, dog.
Can you? I mean, can you?
Man said, what are you speaking of?
Oh yeah. Now you can take that bottle out. Yeah.
Light.
Yeah, but you were saying White
Oh
Sync.
yeah. White Sync is. I love this song, but I go in and out of loving it and hating it. It's too real. Oh man, that's actually why I ended up even going like my process like after that, like right after that, the music I was making was almost. Oh. Take that bottle and put it closer to you. On the corner.
But yeah.
Yeah. The reception. Oh no, I wasn't talking about the reception. Me like right the.
We're
White
talking about
Sync-
liking and not liking the
yeah,
song.
yeah, like it's like the whole project of TKC was so personal. It just and White Sync like really like
Oh shit, my bad, Billy. I was talking about the project at large, but so
Oh,
that's about it's White Sync.
White Sync best represents the project. So when you ask White Sync, you're asking about TKC.
Okay.
It's absolutely fine. I had to move away from talking about myself. Like every time I went to make more music, it kind of felt like, oh, it's time to be sad again. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's time to be, you know what I mean, depressed again. It's time to go back into. I literally started creating characters. I started rapping from the perspective of my favorite cartoon characters. You're gonna hear that music soon.
Yeah.
Just to feel something different, like just to have less emotional attachment to the product, other than just it doing well and being good. Yeah, White Sync TKC, I feel like it drained me a lot. It took a lot out of my brain and out of my willingness to make music. I kind of I had to take a break. There was a point in time I had to take like a month break off music, period, because I was fucking exhausted.
But
it's too-
you're saying?
I had released everything and then I took a break.
Oh, okay.
White Sync is a great song. TKC is a great tape. It really best represents who I am, or at the point in time that I was. That's something I've had to like find a way to sort of separate the two, because it's not who I am, it's who I am at that point in time. But when you're making the music, you're immersed in the world you create, and it feels like it's forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let me get it light.
Oh wait. What song do you like the most? Is it the White Sick one or Bulleted?
What song do I like the most from 10 Karat Cast? That's a good question.
The one that you feel like you executed the best, or
Well, like the most and executed the best are two different questions. Executed the best, I feel, was executed the best. I want to say Whitney and Bobby.
yeah.
Whitney and Bobby was really well executed. Patience was really well executed. But my favorite song, man, that's a really good question. Favorite, oh no, fuck this. I'll leave it as a prop. Put it on me. But my favorite song is probably the intro.
Yeah.
The intro was inspired by because I had recently just lost the tablet that had a lot of lyrics. I literally had to rewrite TKC. People don't know that. Like, there's some songs that I rewrote entirely. There's some songs that I ditched simply because I lost the tablet.
Shit.
And the one phone that I had was also about to die, and that's what inspired the intro, and sort of it really represented what I was trying to talk about in the project, of sort of like being stuck in the space of seeing everything failing and not really being, either not doing anything about it or not being able to do anything about it. And your dying phone when you're broke is the best example of that, especially when it is all of your last remaining lyrics and all the shit you've been trying to replace. Because I wrote the intro was the last song I wrote, funny enough, for the project.
In your face again.
Nah. The intro was the last song that I wrote for the project, or at least one of the last songs. So when I wrote it, I was talking about the stress of potentially losing everything because of not acting fast enough to secure shit. And for me, that was indicative. And the only reason I did that is because I was like, okay, the phone kind of still works. I can still kind of do this with it. I can still kind of do this. I'm comfortable with it. I don't want to take this extra step to change the situation, but I'm going to complain about it.
Yeah,
and
true.
be mad about it. It's going to depress me. It's like seeing a bicycle, seeing the tire being punctured, and then you get on the bicycle, you ride it, and then when you try to make a turn, it makes you go the other way. Then you're like, fucking bicycle, you stupid. No, you stupid. Like, you saw the bicycle was punctured, you got on the bicycle, you went on it, and you complained on it. You complained about it later, and I feel like that's what I kind of did. The intro best represented that.
Did you think White Sick also did that? Because the way you were talking about your situation is also the Tadi and, I don't know, Ochita.
Yeah, White Sick. The intro was more metaphor. I think I like the intro more, even though the intro and the White Sick are sort of talking about the same thing. The intro is less close to home in a way. It's more metaphorical. I'm using my phone. I'm really touch and go on a lot of the subjects. I'm not going into depth. White Sick is I'm walking out of the shower and it's cold and my dick is shriveled and the world can see me. This is what White Sick feels like. You know what I mean? That's very uncomfortable. So it's hard to form a positive relationship with that song, regardless of how great it is and how the impact it's had. Like, there's people that have told me how much that song that's crazy for me, because I just really kind of started doing this music shit. Motherfuckers like, yo, this song means a lot to me. I was going through and I was able to process it through this. It felt like I was the one talking in the song. Things like this validate what you put yourself through to make that product. Otherwise, it kind of feels like, yo, why am I just showing myself naked to these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask yourself these questions, like, why am I saying so much?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I definitely had to move away from that space and sort of like even now when I rap, I don't really like, even when I talk up, even the song that I played, Nike Flops or Techies.
That one is hard.
we're probably gonna insert a snippet of it right now here.
Or probably not.
I will make sure that happens. But Nike flops or techies, even though I'm talking about me, I'm talking about growing up in Coates Valley, whatever, like light topics. I'm talking about getting ass whoopings from my mom for being late at home. It's more touch and go, like sneaking around with my friends. I'm talking about some real dark parts of Coates Valley, like
Yeah. But ZDJ.
yeah, like what was it? Cannons off the map, just machetes in a dome piece. Ain't no internet. Where we grew up, it was mean scenes. Body seen 'em wet on in the valley of the riches. They hung 'em up on something hanging, because what used to happen in Coates Valley is, like, back in the day when I moved in 06, 07, 08, like,
Yeah.
crime was still super rampant because it was still like tailing off the period where Coates Valley was almost exclusively white, and the neighboring
Yeah.
places and areas full of poor and disenfranchised people
Yeah.
would target this more richer area. So a lot of crime would happen in Coates Valley, and that's why I say, like, in the it's funny because we moved out of the pot and into the fire, out of the frying pan and into the fire, because we moved from Fairview because of violence right into the fucking belly of the beast. That's why that's why we moved in 06 to avoid all the nonsense, but the valley was a beast belly bubbling toxins. Like,
That's crazy.
we literally it was almost moved. We went from one place, it's just nicer violence, like there's nicer surroundings, but the violence is still there. Like, motherfuckers would get murdered by some park by Asante, like, and you'd see bodies being hung on trees. Like, that's a reality. And right, if you keep on walking up and to the side by Bolikaka, there's like aunties there that are selling like food and fruits that I used
Munchies.
to buy cigarettes from when I was in fucking grade 3. Like, this is what Manzini is like.
Niggas was buying cigarettes in grade 3, dog. Kanqaleni bam. And he lights a joint. Yeah, ne. No light it quiet also. But when did you start though?
Grade 3.
That's crazy. Why grade 3? Like, what was happening?
Coast Valley, bro. It was the influence. Like, you'd go to the park and see, like, not even the Asante Park. The Asante Park was actually super vacant most of
How old
most
are
of the
you
time.
then?
grade 3. This is 09. I'm 9. I'm 9 years old.
That's crazy.
Well,
Oh, that's why you be smoking this much. He's been on it.
like, you see people like fucking smoking, drinking at the park. Not the Asante Park. That one was known to be dangerous. The people didn't really hang out there. But the one closer to my house, because you gotta think, it's not like a park in Babane, like it's a town. It's a neighborhood.
Yeah,
So
nah.
these are 2 neighborhood parks, so it's pretty quiet. So people would pull up to these parks and smoke and drink and whatever, and watch just kids coming there to play. So you see that. I don't know if somebody that was mad older than me told me, yo, if you go to those aunties there by Lichaka, you can, and say you're buying a cigarette for somebody, you can get it. Like, I actually remember the first time I tried to. I go there to the tiny.
Yeah.
I buy like a couple oranges, like some fruits.
Was a lighter.
I buy a couple oranges, like some fruits, whatever. Then I'm like, I forget good to I don't even know where I got the money from, because nothing in 20.
Yo,
Right?
grade 3.
Yeah. I used to be a cheese boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to have a lot of crazy unnecessary money. But yeah, I pull up to the Tani. I'm like, yo, let me get a 20 of whatever. And she sort of like, she takes it out and she's like,
Nah, I'm not giving you that.
what?
Who said you
Why
this?
you say are you buying this with somebody? And I'm like,
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, yeah, somebody, yeah, totally not me.
Definitely.
Right? And she sort of stands there. She's like, as long as you're giving it to somebody. And she almost, like, I could feel her like watching me walk away, thinking like maybe she's gonna see me like skirt. What? Maybe she's gonna see me like skirt off into like a forest or some shade to try go smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Labing Pimakona is way far, kind of far from.
Do you think now, sorry to cut you after that, do you think you'd let your lighty see you smoke, or just smoke with your lighty also? Like in the presence of your lighty. Think you'd let that happen? Knowing what it did to you also. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying.
I'm thinking about it. And I want to say no.
You would say, what is, you know, I smoke in front of my light, and I know that's a bad thing, but I'm saying, would you?
No, because I wouldn't want. If my lighting ends up smoking, you end up finding that out. You end up smoking. Cool.
Mm.
I don't want me to be there. Because at the end of the day, I like it. It is cool. But I do recognize it as a fucking horrible habit. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want. Ideally, I don't want my son to smoke. It's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna be like on his ass, or even my daughter or whatever. I'm not gonna be on their ass. But well, at least when they're like grown out, like teens, like late teens, like 16, 17, 18, 19, I'm not gonna be on their ass. But I wouldn't wanna. Yo, let's sit down. Let me introduce you.
Let's have this
You know,
topic.
Nah. Like I always kind of knew in the back of my mind I smoked, but the first time I ever smoked with my dad, I was 20.
Why did you bring that? What was the situation like? Yeah, that did he call you up for that session also? That's crazy.
What happened was, I was this was 20. I was 19. This is 2019. I was still chilling around Scob a lot, like
So that's the scale at that time.
yeah, I class girl in 2017.
Okay.
I was chilling, just fucking chilling, like fucking around. So
Are you fucking somebody? I'm just joking.
in the anyway, let me not say anything. So I was chilling around Scorm, and I'm not expecting, like, I'm hotboxing in somebody's house. I don't really talk to my pops like that a lot, like maybe once, twice a year, something like that, when I see him. So I'm not expecting to see him at all. This is a regular day for me. I'm smoking, whatever. And I get a call from him. He's like, yo, where you at? I'm in Bremer. I'm like, I'm by Scorm, or I'm in Bexela by like this chicken place, whatever, that they sell chickens, like away. I'ma be there. I'm like, shit.
He's shooting about be there.
Yeah. In my mind, I'm like,
He doesn't even say why he's picking you up or
yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
else
It's just like where you were, like,
Like
obviously just
a
wants to
nigga
hang out or something, or to
yeah,
see you
there.
or whatever. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So Vele he calls me like fucking 10 minutes later. I'm like, holy shit, 10 minutes.
This nigga's
really here.
Pull it up. That time you ever joined audio.
Stuff, dog. There's nothing. Like, I was hotboxing the whole day, the whole night for the past weekend.
Fuck the ass. Can you pass me that? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've been smoking the whole weekend in the house. I am weed.
Oh, okay.
I am weed.
Yeah.
I don't smell. I am weed. You know what I mean? So I'm getting in. He's in his car. It's not like he came outside. He's parked outside. He's in the car. I get in the car. And this nigga's a dick. I don't know if nigga's an asshole. For whatever reason, I just find him in the car. He's just counting stacks of cash, right? For no reason. Just counting stacks of cash, right? So I get in there. I'm like, yo, what's up? Whatever. I'm like, yeah. He's counting stacks of cash. And he's sort of like, he's counting, sort of pauses, looks, keeps counting. He's like,
how much do you need, my boy?
I'm finna also up there, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
dog, that's
say-
not the question.
Yeah, so he asked me, I'm like, it's a no. I was like, do I deny it? I am Kush. That's stupid. I'm literally stupid if I deny. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I smoke it. Then he looks at me, he goes, "Unugumfaba."
That's somebody's Hispanic.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, what did I not die, bro?
Yeah, that's everyone's Hispanic for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the type of shit that he was saying.
type shit. It say yeah. You're saying
He's like, unugumfaba or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, word, whatever. Then we laugh about it. He's like, I say, then he starts trying to give me like, oh. Then he starts trying to give me like the whole father lecture of, he's like, yo, I smoke, but I go to church, whatever. Basically trying to tell me like smoking is okay, and as
you
long
need
as
to
you
just find
manage it.
balance.
Yeah, always trying to have that conversation, whatever. We go to a store, get some food, whatever.
Mm.
He vibes, he leaves me there. I have guala, balling.
Arch.
And then I think the next day or 2 days later, he calls me. He's like, yo, where you? Because it's like in Butin, and Butin is like
A bit
right
close
next
to you, I see.
mad close to Ndaba. So he's like, where you at? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Ndaba. So he picks me up from Junction.
Mm.
If I actually realized when I got there that I hadn't been there since I was probably 9.
Wait, Mbutin.
Yeah, at his house.
Mm.
I hadn't been there since probably I was like 9 years old. which was a trip to be there.
Last time you invite there, you went back smoking.
Yeah, I came back at Draghi.
Dog. You saw the body.
I came
dog.
back at Draghi, but yeah. So we find people like building or shit and then they'll also like bapeka inhloko yengulube, right? And then my Bali's friend or whatever shows up. He sits or I'm talking. You talk to him. The Bali stands up, goes into the posy. And then this dude, he looks at me. He's like, you have to tell me Kuya. I'm like, no. He's like, Yolanza is stuff.
You know your body is, mate,
He
bro.
knows.
Mm.
I'm like, away. Bali comes back with.
How old is this dude?
Well, my dad or the friend.
Not the friend.
The friend is they're both in their 60s. My dad
Okay.
is 65,
Okay.
66. So my Bali comes back with the kush. Guys, this dude, the kush to roll it. This dude rolls it. Casually. This dude sparks it. The dude that was holding it, the friend, sparks it, smokes it up, passes it to my Bali. And as my Bali smoking it, the entire time, he's looking at me like this. So he is.
Are you trying to smoke, my nigga?
This ain't the shit you be smoking.
Yeah.
Literally,
I'm trying to pass you,
look
but
at me. He's like,
this is not the shit.
in my mind, I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. I've been smoking for a year. What you know about it, man?
What do you know about
pass me,
Zela?
you know what I'm saying? Pass me that shit, right? Whole time, shit smells good, like good kush, but like I
Just
smell
general
good
kush,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So passes me the shit. I take a pull. Let me tell you this.
What's it? Let me
Hey,
tell you, this, my
Let me tell
boy.
you something, right? I have never in my entire life taken a pull as I'm dragging the kush getting high.
That's-
Literally, not like I took the pull and then like as I'm dragging, I'm getting baked out of my fuck. It took me 15 minutes to take the second pull. After the second pull, I was like, you were right. It's not the here. It's not the.
It's not your regular degular.
Nah, it's yours. It's all you. You got that, pops.
Yeah,
You got that, bro. That's all you.
Do you think that that was because Namabe was damage, so maybe that was also the case? Because right now that would be different, I guess. Because we've smoked a lot of kush.
2019, I'd already been to your crib.
Shit.
Not for the COVID thing, but that was right before the COVID
I see
thing.
that.
I'd already been to your crib. So that's when I had
But
smoked.
just when it doesn't have kush.
Not like high level kush, but okay, I see what you're saying. Maybe I've smoked. I don't, but to this day I haven't smoked.
Even
no
that
shit like
local over shit is
To
not.
this day, I
That's
haven't
crazy.
smoked no. And the wildest shit about it is he buys it in fucking Timbuktu, and I don't know this dude.
That's crazy.
I don't know this person. Can't move shot to Lima with like a staff lap or something.
Niggas out just niche.
Bro, I don't know the person, so even if
And I'm just jamming.
yeah.
But
Oh.
how do you see the abstract? Because there's a point where we're talking about. Sorry to also go back to that, but the abstract rap in SD. How do you see that? Either the competition or just like always around. Like, how do you see that also?
Abstract rap.
Or
I don't
just-
think people are approaching abstract rap.
Mm.
I think that seed is very thin. Like it's probably me, X, nobody, Dot whenever he feels like
Say
rapping.
nobody
That's Dot
does it.
Mob rap, nigga. I don't know if Bad has,
I don't know. Nah. Yeah, I see what you mean, but yeah.
but it's thin. Like
Yeah,
I'm
true.
not saying it's a bad thing to not do abstract music, but people just. I don't think there's a. I think people want to listen to different types of music. I don't think the artist feels
True.
comfortable enough to approach it because everybody. And I don't blame people. People just want to eat, bro.
Yeah, kahle. I know it's not like I was pushing you to a corner to just like beef it also. But I'm just saying, how do you see that also? But moving on, can you like do you see like one would you just say like this is one that gives me competition or just goosebumps in the studio also? Lilist loibalile, I don't know.
Has, bro.
But-
Has is a demon, bro.
Yeah.
Has a bad. I know if I slip up, he can fuck me up. But that's if I slip up. With Has, it's a 50-50. I could bring my 100 and I could still get washed. It's
Yeah,
a 50-50. Yeah. Chills.
I don't know, chills.
I don't think there's anybody I'm afraid of. I think there's people that I
That
truly
you
respect
know.
and I admire and I learn from their skill, like how they approach beats. Like even X, the way he approached the chop yesterday. Like
Yeah.
I've never approached a song like that, and that's fascinating to me to make a chop and then have somebody approach it in that way. I don't
Yeah.
approach chops that way, so that inspires me. I
Can
learn
you
from
bring the
that.
mic closer to you? Sorry.
That inspires me. I learn from that. I acquire what I can, whatever skill I want from that, and then I add it to mine and I evolve. I continue. You know what I mean? That's how I
Yeah.
perceive it. I don't know.
Good say, I don't know, but
Like competition to me, I don't know. I don't know if it's negative or positive, but the way I've always viewed it, I've always put my bar up high because when I started rapping, like me and my brother were listening to a lot of like Earl Sweatshirt, Mac Miller,
Yeah.
Kendrick. This is like 2013. So he was like, "That's your competition.
nah.
Don't focus on what's going on here. Don't like these people are your competition." I'm not just talking. I'm talking about like you have to rap on that level consistently. So that's what made me elevate over and over again to try and compete with them. But in doing so, I realized how much I was neglecting the potential of learning from what's immediately around me and the potential of what I can do with concepts I fully understand because I grew up in them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like artists that I can connect with in a different level even when I'm learning from them because they source from what I source from.
Okay.
That took me to a different level. I'm always open. I know I don't think I have a limit. It's just the new thing that I'll see that will show me, oh, that can be done. Okay, then let's do this. I genuinely believe that's how I work, and because that's the case, I've never stopped moving upwards with any talent or skill.
Was it you, Doba? Was it? I was playing Grizzly.
It was me.
Oh, well, how did you like that also?
Fire.
Oh,
Fire. Grizzly. It makes me love being from Manzini. Like
Yeah.
it makes me love because a lot of the world recognize like good rappers are from here. Your X's, your Bars, you know what I mean. Your is original from Babani,
I don't even know, but I was
but she lives in Babani. They're from here. So like the Water City doesn't really have that much great representation in terms of like lyricists and high level artistry. So when I see a Grizzly, that excites me because the scene is validated. The scene is solidified. Like if I'm there, if Has is there, if nobody's there. I mean if Chris is there, if nobody's there, if who am I leaving out? If Zeus is there.
yeah,
you
Zeus
see-
is crazy also. Yeah.
Even just Zeus validates Manzini on like an artistry level beyond just
dog.
like rap, just music, how to
Dina
approach
5450.
Sonics. You understand?
And
what I'm saying?
Sonics, nah.
Yes. I need people like that to exist to make me better. Not just selfishly to make me better.
I
Obviously
see
to make
that,
the
I
city
see
better,
that.
but to make me better. Because knowing those people out there makes me feel like I can't just be satisfied with where I am. And again, that's just me looking for the next thing to elevate me. We were having a conversation about Michael Jordan's Last Dance, and the reason why I relate, I'm Michael Jordan. The reason why I relate to Michael Jordan so much is because I see why he went around creating competition and relished every single time his talent was challenged in any shape. Because that's what you need when you have that much talent to execute in the first place. Otherwise, I'm just at the crib chilling, stuck on the fucking 4-bar loops on beats, stuck on the writing the 8th bar on the verse, stuck on these sort of like because I feel like why am I trying? You know, why am I trying so hard? Why am I trying to be better? So when people that are better at certain things exist, I'm like, this is why I'm trying to be better,
Yeah, I
because I'm
see
trying
that.
to be the best. You know what I mean? That's important to me. A lot of people look at it like, yo, it's art. You should relish the creative aspect of it, of which I do. I think I give myself a lot of creative license to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
However, I am doing this to be the best at it. That's part of what drives me. It's very important to me, and I recognize it's maybe vain, but I relish that vanity. It's a driving force in my creativity. It really is.
Yeah, true. It gotta be sometimes, because selfish as it sounds, but yeah, gotta be. But besides that, so let's say I also want to talk. You're lighting. I also want to talk about some random shit also, because we've been about the music, and you wilding on Twitter. That's
Am I?
I dog me and ish dog. This all it hasn't chilled shit
Am I what? I feel like I've been tamed lately.
lately.
I feel like I've been tamed.
Lately.
It's been a while. I love Twitter, man. I love Twitter. As you can see, even when I speak now, I love conversations. I love discussions.
True.
I love in-depth things, so to speak. So I love different topics, and Twitter like feeds all those addictions all at the same time. So I really I stay on there a lot. I love Twitter, man. Twitter's fun. It's loose. It's funny actually. One thing that I don't like about Twitter is the inconsistency though of the rules. Like, you get banned for some of the most weird bullshit. Like, this point in time, I forget what I was saying, but I used the word nigger in my tweet, right? And they banned me. They're like, yo, this is hateful speech, wada 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 wada. I'm like, bruv, it was the first time I actually ever sent like an appeal, because you know they say you can send an appeal, but the reason why I assume a lot of people don't send appeals, because I never sent the appeal, was that warning at the bottom that says if you send the appeal, it might take longer than what we had just banned you for. So if they banned you for like a day, now because you're appealing, you might be banned for 10 days until they figure it out. And a lot of people, I feel like, just be like, fuck it, I'll just take the day. You know what I mean? But at the time I was like, nah, man. Like, if you're gonna ban me for saying nigga, like I don't mind I literally like, verbatim I said I don't have a problem with an establishment having rules as long as you practice consistency.
Yeah.
If you're banning me for saying that, nobody should be able to say that. Boom, 2 hours later, got my account back. Turned into a full-on white woman.
That's crazy.
I'm serious, I had to. I had to. Finger snapping. Who's your manager? Who's your fucking manager, bro?
Speaking of management, so you and your, because Wes is also wild on Twitter. Not wild, but you have also that relationship of just going on Twitter, or just going off on Twitter. So, how you like how you seeing just management, or just the relationships that always have with their managers, and looking at the relationship that you have with Wes or your managers? What I'm saying.
I'll say my relationship with my manager is optimum. It's hard for me to speak on other people's relationships.
I know you don't know them, but yeah.
When I'm unaware, but based on the things that, like, the information that does come out,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It seems like dark and like muddy out there when you're dealing with people. I'm fortunate enough to be working with people that are pretty much known for 10 years. Like, even like my marketing guy is a guy I've known for 10 years. Shout out to LJ. You know what I'm saying? My manager is a guy I've known for 10 years. I've known you for 7. You know what I mean? 8. 8, something like that.
That's crazy.
So I'm yet to find myself in a situation where I feel threatened as an artist. Thus far, I've had almost, I don't know if too much liberty is a thing, but I've had a lot of liberty to just be creative as much as I can, and have people that will just find the best way to market what I'm giving them.
Yeah,
that is the best place to be as an artist, because I get to get better the way I want to, as opposed to for what people want.
Yeah, because the way you go on Twitter, sorry to cut you, the way you go on Twitter is not the way I want to be professional artist is gonna
No.
you're
No.
typed or
Like professional Twitter. If you want to see what a professional Twitter account looks like, go look at Original's Twitter.
that's what I'm saying.
Professional, coordinated. That's why they're winning. They're winning because they're focused. They're winning because they're working hard. They're winning because they have a singular, distilled vision and they're executing it to the T. And because they found an image and they locked in on it. And
Yeah,
it helps when it's really who you are. It's not like Original was a Twitter nigga like me and then didn't become that. That's just who
I
she
see
is.
that.
So they made that work. You know what I mean?
You see Gazella Twitter guy working also. I'm not saying it's not gonna work, I'm just saying
Absolutely.
it's absolutely
Because I approach a different market. I approach the
True.
shit talkers. I feel like being on Twitter, being a Twitter nigga best represents how I make my music. Because I talk about a lot. I talk about like me and how I think and how I see things a lot.
even
So-
on the American show, sorry to cut you, even on the American show, why did you stop that also?
Why did we stop that, Wazzy? Why did we stop the American show?
No, I'm not doing that
I'm
shit.
too far, bro. Okay, at least pass me the bottle.
That I can't do.
Clink. Sample that.
It's already on the thing, but yeah, you're saying
What was I saying? Oh yeah, American
about
show. We
American
canceled
show.
American show because the logistics of making it happen became. We didn't cancel it. We put it on hold because the logistics of making it happen became hard.
okay.
Like we couldn't be in the same room all the time, and the on the phone quality audio was.
It was not working. Can you pass me the tonic also?
And at some point I wanted to level up, and it wasn't meeting up the level up I wanted. So I figured let's just pause it until I can figure out the nooks and crannies. Or me or Waz can figure out the nooks and crannies, huh?
Okay.
All right.
I've been
Oh.
calling this thing tonic and it's dry lemon the entire time because I'm used to the tonic. But yeah.
But yeah, the way my Twitter account works, I feel like
You don't need this.
yeah. Please pour me some. Stop being a dick.
Nigga, I'm a dick and I'm owning that. I'm not gonna do this shit. You saying? But alright, let's take a break.
No, let's finish up at least.
Alright.
Yeah, might as well, because
Nah.
things gonna die. It's gonna go off on a tangent again.
That was fun.
Yeah. Let me pause this. Where's the fucking? Why is this thing not?
Interesting blend. Not a big fan, but
I'm a big goofed actually.
very, very, very.
But yeah, we were talking. What were we talking about?
No idea.
Let's talk about this shaman shit because you had this thing in the beginning. And it's
Shaman shit. What do you want to know? I'm not a shaman. I just like to clarify that. I just make cool shit like this wristband.
what's that? Just make cool shit now, my nigga.
Play
There's
things.
there must be something to that because even we were having that conversation yesterday also. So
Mm.
is that something that you also like? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, on some level, like I said, I do like to think when I'm making these things.
Mm.
I'm sort of like channeling a 300-year-old Swati dude, you know what I'm saying? But I say that in jest. I don't literally mean it. Like I don't, I don't actually believe that. So it's tricky. It's tricky. It's
Aight.
tricky. It's very tricky. I'm not gonna say. So I'm saying like I'm not the one to ask about like. But that fascinates me. That world, that entire space of.
Because there's a reason I'm asking that. I'm just trying to bring like so. I don't know if that's. I'm just trying to bring the location also. Cause
Oh yeah. It is like major Swati influences like on why I do. Well, actually, to be frank, funny enough, I started doing this after watching. It was a YouTube video. It was a YouTube video of a dude like these motherfucking like surviving. The mic. Oh. It was this video of these dudes surviving in the wild type shit, and this motherfucker was like making rope. Like he wouldn't show the process of making the rope, but he'd harvest this. There's a plant that I recognize was in my area. Some white dude from fucking Middle America or some shit, like North Dakota. I don't know, somewhere there.
Somewhere.
But yeah, he wouldn't necessarily show the process, but it showed me, this nigga somehow makes rope out of this shit. So I can probably figure out how to do it. So I got it. I saw it. I harvested it. Then I started like I figured out how did he do it. So I tried to cut it up, and as I was cutting it up, it was producing these tiny little strings. So I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see what goes on here. What you do not really clearly the picture, but I kind of see what's going on there. I started making like bracelets, necklaces. I made a star once, bro, like an actual like star. That was fucking difficult. Like, imagine trying to make a star out of like wet rope. I'm talking about a perfectly like shaped cornered star with wet rope.
Yeah, how does that make how does that make you appreciate also the tanis or the chitanis that used to make makansis and them shit?
Oh, bro, it gives me a whole lot of respect. Because the fact that they produce all of that in such like large quantities, like
brav, because my chitani used to, but yeah, you're saying
the skill it takes to just execute that to begin with is insane. Then the skill it takes to make it like mass production levels.
Brav.
Oh my god.
On some commercial but not so commercial.
God. Oh my god.
But is that something that you're trying to also look at into like or something that you're trying to also look at? I mean, business wise, or that's not as deep. You're just making this.
It's not as deep. I just enjoy making them.
No, I'm just saying also not as deep as commercial is, but I'm saying the Marozella brand, like in terms of you showing up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely part of the brand.
Okay.
It's definitely part of the brand. I want it to be part of the whole who I am, what I represent, like the various forms of creativity.
Can you bring the mic closer to you? I'm sorry.
Or
just pull your check. Okay.
The various forms of creativity that I embark on, the things that I like to do is it's not just making music or writing lyrics. I like to create a bunch of things. Like that's why I make clay. I write books and all these types of stuff. I just like to almost like create worlds, and this is my obsession. And in whatever way I can like execute that, I usually get addicted to pretty quickly.
Have you ever read a book locally that is like as dope or not as dope as maybe you can write it, or maybe
locally?
Yeah. Have you read a local book actually? Besides the one that we've been reading on Scalers. I don't know if y'all also.
Only the Scalar ones, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and
to be honest with you. Actually, fun fact, my grandmother wrote the Siswati books you used to learn.
That's crazy.
In primary and high school. I don't know if you ever noticed at the bottom it says Eunice N. Smilani.
That's
the Chitani.
That's crazy.
Little fun fact. Shout out to the Chitani.
You could see a big shout out. But yeah.
Still getting checks for that.
Is she though?
Yeah.
Like and because the way I'm asking, or the reason why I'm asking that is, are you looking also into like the writing or just the book industry, or just I don't know what to call it, but just that?
I'm looking at everything. Obviously, the thing that I'm doing with Wazzy, we're looking to make that more into like a series of some sort, but
book series or just like an actual.
I see actuals like video content, but the books should exist in my opinion to build the lore and kind of make people formulate what their ideas are in their head, create that, because what creates attachment is if it's sort of like Lego or Build-A-Bear. Like they don't give you the toy, they just give you the tools to make the toy. And because you're a part of the process, you're attached to the final product even more than if you just bought a whole product of a toy. Or even like IKEA furniture, you have to put it together. You know what I'm saying? You kind of feel more attached to the final product, like you were a part of that process, when in actuality you wasn't. It was a manual, but that's the illusion. For the sake of that's the whole selling point.
I see that.
Yeah.
But speaking of books and just all of that, because you assemble, right? You're assembling producer. I had like local producers also, or this is all that had his shit also cancelled, or what was the situation like on dropping the thing, White Sing or the
Whose music got cancelled?
is your shit or did your shit go cancelled?
No, my shit is fine. Frankly, I don't even know the sample that Dot used. S. Dot Mob made the beat for White Sink, by the way. That chop. I don't know what sample he used.
I'm talking about mostly the beats that you beat, but I'm not saying but yeah. You can go back. You're saying?
I just recently got a BeatStars account. Why am I saying BeatStars? What's this thing? What's the shit that lets you like that fucking clear samples for you, man? Tracklib. I recently got a Tracklib account. Like we pay for it. So I've been taking like samples from there, and there's a clearance process where if you use like 4 seconds of the sample, you give them like a percentage. You use 10 seconds of the sample. Ganjalo. So that's kind of where I am now. So the music I'm about to be releasing is cleared technically. Prior to that,
because in 10 the project will drop here.
10 Karat House, none of that is cleared.
Yeah, no.
None of that is cleared.
Because I'm looking at it like in terms of like also beat making also, like do you think there's also respect for all that samples in SD, or because you be doing that?
Respect.
Not like respect in the sense.
I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
like acknowledgement. I don't think the art of sampling is pushed enough in the general music scene to be something that's noticed. Like even in SA, I would say like the only people that would be that make you always ask what sample is that is probably Mash Beats or an AKA. You know what I mean? But that's not. Nobody really is always kind of asking you what sample is that. Like nobody really makes music in a way that makes them ask you what sample is that. What sample is that? So I don't think the art form is appreciated enough for there to be any type of criteria or.
I hear what you're saying.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
You kinda are, but I'm just like letting you make sense, or
Okay,
allowing
okay,
you
okay.
to. But yeah, because I'm looking at it just like my thing is South African always be doing it, not like actually doing it, but there's a lot of sampling there going on, and O's are not afraid to do it. But we on the other side, we have this thing, and or I don't know if we're not learned about just clearing samples also, but we have this thing of just we just have this thing of being skeptical or just not putting out the songs because we think samples and we're clearing samples. But I don't know, that's why I was low-key asking with him, what do you think about us just putting out samples like that in SD low-key? But yeah,
Again, I'll go back to the skill. Like I would agree with you that a lot of people use samples in SA, but and the skill is there, but it's not too like there's few people that are at a level that make you appreciate it or even be curious what they did to make the song that they did out of the song, what is the previous song, or they even use songs that you're most likely to know. In this side I would say people don't use. I think people I don't know what you. I think these royalty loops or whatever loops that people get or whatever that a majority of producers use, I would count as samples. So people sample and they don't even know. So I don't know. I think I think I'd say the skill is not yet widespread of how to sample properly. That's why it's I don't think it's necessarily because they don't know how to monetize it, because I don't think people know enough about monetization to care.
yeah.
Because they'll be using YouTube beats and things like that they didn't clear,
Sure.
but they, you know what I mean. So I don't think that's the concern. I feel like it's just the access to even attempting to make that happen.
Yeah, no. Because that's why I'm at Loki, but yeah. I don't know what else we can talk about because we've been going for an hour and okay, I'm goofed off of this Explorer. But yeah, I think we'll just finish it off there. If anything.